if you average out the View hosts, among the dumbest people on television.
I think Sunny's dumb. Is certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out.
All right, buckle up. This story is shaking the media world to its core. In a stunning twist that's capturing national attention, former First Lady Melania Trump has filed a jaw-dropping $100 million lawsuit against a host of The View. Yes, you heard that right. $100 million is on the line. The legal action comes as a bombshell move, setting off shockwaves to the entertainment and political spheres alike. And you'll definitely want to hear every detail.
As you may heard, I filed a few lawsuits, and I'm in the court now because they accuse me of doing stuff that I never did in my life, and they wrote lies, and I will not allow that. I will fight till the end because I don't want that they damage my reputation.
I think she hates him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay, so we can all agree on that.
That's a given.
I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady anymore.
This legal battle is making headlines everywhere. It all started with a recent episode of The View, where the host made sharp, personal comment about Melania Trump, remarks that quickly sparked outrage. One host even questioned whether she ever truly embraced her role as First Lady, calling her disengaged and reluctant. The backlash was swift, and now, those fiery words have led to a $100 million lawsuit that's shaking up TV networks and social media alike.
The first lady. She destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
Allegedly.
And she does.
Yeah, how do you know all this?
Yeah, I don't know. You don't know all this.
Allegedly, that's why.
Melania Trump has just launched a $100 million defamation lawsuit against The View, and it's quickly becoming one of the most talked about media battles of the year. The former First Lady, known for keeping a low public profile, has come out swinging, making it clear she won't tolerate what she calls a calculated and deeply personal attack on her reputation. It all began with a recent episode of The View, where the host didn't just criticize her public image. They went straight for the jugular. The discussion veered from sharp commentary into outright speculation about her personal life. They mocked her White House Christmas decorations, slammed her redecoration choices, and questioned whether she was ever truly invested in her role as First Lady. But the most explosive moment came when one host bluntly suggested Melania doesn't even like her husband, Donald Trump, implying she wants nothing to do with him and would rather live in a separate house. It wasn't subtle. It wasn't softened. It was a direct hit. The segment immediately set off a firestorm on social media. Critics accused The View of crossing a line, while supporters of the show defended the host's right to free speech. But Melania saw it differently. Her legal team argues that the remarks weren't just offensive, they were damaging. She believes the show turned personal opinion into public defamation, broadcasting harmful assumptions about her private life to millions of viewers. Now, Melania is taking the fight to court. This isn't about demanding an apology or a public retraction. It's about accountability. She's accusing the show of dragging her name to the mud in pursuit of ratings, and she's drawing a line. Enough is enough. And then Joe Rogan entered the conversation. Never one to shy away from controversy, Rogan lit up his podcast audience with a scathing critique of The View. He called out the show's hypocrisy, reminding listeners that not long ago, the Trumps were welcomed on that very stage with smiles and applause. Rogan didn't mince words. He accused the show of trading substance for spectacle, saying, "If you average out the IQ of the hosts on The View, you might still struggle to hit triple digits." Brutal and instantly viral. His comments further fueled the already raging debate, dividing the internet even more sharply. But beyond the headlines, this case touches on something much bigger: the future of public discourse. Where exactly is the line between freedom of speech and defamation? When does commentary about a public figure become an attack on their personal life? These are no longer theoretical questions. They're about to be tested in a real courtroom with real consequences. If Melania wins this lawsuit, it could set a powerful legal precedent. Talk shows, news networks, podcasts, and even influencers may be forced to reevaluate how far they're willing to go when critiquing public figures. The $100 million price tag alone underscores just how high the stakes are. This isn't tabloid gossip. It's a potential turning point in the legal boundaries of televised opinion. And timing, as always, is everything. As Melania prepares for this legal battle, Donald Trump remains at the center of the political spotlight, facing his own share of controversies. But this time, it's Melania who sees in control of the narrative. Some speculate she's making a strategic move to reclaim her public image after years of scrutiny and silence. Others believe it's a deeply personal response to years of being portrayed as distant, cold, or complicit. Either way, one thing is certain. She's not backing down. This isn't a passive PR strategy. This is a bold, calculated, and high-powered legal maneuver meant to send a message to the entire media industry. There are consequences for crossing the line. So, what happens now? Will The View double down, or will the network seek a quiet settlement behind the scenes? Could this spiral into a drawn-out court case that puts media ethics on trial? The outcome remains uncertain, but the ripple effects are already being felt. At its core, this isn't just about Melania Trump. It's about redefining the rules for how we talk about public figures in an age where every word can be clipped, shared, and judged in seconds. It's a challenge to the very foundation of modern media. One that asks tough but necessary questions. Is commentary still fair game when it targets someone's marriage, personality, or family? Or should there be stronger lines in place to protect individuals from what amounts to public character assassination? This case could be the beginning of a shift, a reckoning, a wake-up call for anyone with a platform, a microphone, or an audience. Because what's playing out in court isn't just a celebrity drama. It's a battle over the future of public discourse. And so now, we turn it over to you. Do you think Melania's lawsuit is justified, or is it an overreaction to daytime drama? Should media outlets be held accountable for crossing personal boundaries, or is this just the cost of being in the spotlight? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a story that matters.